Boynao. I'm a fire performer, a traveling fire performer. I'm also a photographer, and I love life, as in culture and different places and food, and just living. I think this was about 2004, 2015. I was working in a company, and I was working at night, so I had to do some kind of physical activity. So I would come home at 7 in the morning, and I would spin a stick that's made from a broken broom. Like white and ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯊꯨꯒꯥꯏꯔꯒ ꯊꯨꯗꯦꯛꯑꯒ yoga mat ꯌꯦꯠꯁꯜꯂꯒ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯕ ꯍꯧꯈꯤꯕ. And then it started to feel really good. Yeah, so that's how I started. Again, back in 2016, this was in a weekend camping party in Chikmagalur, which is in the outskirts of Bangalore. So my friends were spinning fire, and I never saw anyone spin fire in Bangalore. So I was like, okay, let me give it a shot. And I didn't know anything at the time, but I was just like doing something basic like this, and people loved it, and that's when I started to get the confidence and the feel of like this is actually like good. Okay, the first one was in Ladakh when I was in a motorcycle trip, and yeah, I was like quit my job at the time, and I didn't really have like a steady income, so I was doing a motorcycle ride, and I was doing different odd jobs. And I finally made my way to Ladakh, and I started performing there. And I would perform in the main market area with another friend from Argentina. He's like a brother, and he taught me a lot. So we did shows every day, and we were making decent money. Not good money, but like enough to eat and live a decent life. And after some time, we were not aware that there was a flood in Kerala at the time. I think this was 2018 or something like this. So there was a flood, and in the main market there were an NGO, and they were raising funds for people affected by the flood in Kerala. And me and my friend, we were like, okay, we saw it, and I was like, okay, maybe we could do something to help. So we just like impromptu got together and started performing, and the people loved it. And we raised like quite a decent amount of money from the people, from the audience, whoever came to see us, and we gave that money to the flood fund. And this was really nice because after that day, the locals knew about us, and everybody like gave us sometimes the women who sell fruits, they would give us a fruit, or restaurants, they won't take money from us. So in the Leh town areas, everybody knew us, and they gave us like such love and respect. And I think this is one of the most valuable things I learned, that you can do things that look silly to other people, but bring joy to people. I think this was a good thing to do. It's like I was living on a day-to-day basis, like I was earning my food on a daily basis. So I was telling myself that if I could bring a smile to somebody while I'm earning my meal for the day, I think this is a good way to live. So this is one of the experience that kind of reassured me that I was on the right path. First of all, I don't think that I'm a master, and I think it's gonna be a journey. So there's no end to it, because this art, if I talk about it, it's called contact staff. And it's from a very old Chinese martial art prop. The original prop, if I'm not wrong, is called Fei Cha, and it's very heavy. So yeah, so this is from a very ancient martial art. But for me, my journey and to get to where I am, it's been about 5 years, of which I haven't really practiced in the last year and a half, due to various things, and I'd like to get back to it. So far, I've been doing it for 5 years, and yeah, there is so many different styles and variations. People are incorporating gymnastics and acrobatics, and some people are doing capoeira. For me, my dream is to come back to Manipur and learn our ancient martial arts form, like Tang Ta and spears, the Ta, and the katas of our ancient martial art form. And someday, hopefully, I would like to incorporate it with my art. So everything that I do now, why I play with fire, is because I am searching for that feeling when I was young, and I would just run if I feel like running. I would scream if I feel like screaming. I would sing, I would dance if I feel like dancing. And I would just like, if I want to jump from here to there, I would just do it. And then as I grew older, I stopped doing these things and reached a point where I did nothing. I stopped playing. And so this is why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. As of now, I don't have any plans to perform anywhere because I'm home and I'm with my family, and I want to like kind of rekindle my my relationship with my family, and because I haven't gone for more than 15 years, so I'm back. And yeah, so I'm now focused on that, and I want to get back in shape, and I want to feel more agile again, and like learn more tricks. I'm doing with one stick now, but I also know how to do it too. As of now, I don't have the other props, so I'm gonna try and learn how to do it with two sticks, and I want to get better at it. Yeah, and also hopefully explore different places here, and make nice videos, and like more content, and like interact with more people who are interested in my art, because I feel a bit lonely here. This is a lonely journey in Manipur because I'm the only guy who's doing it. I mean, I've seen some guys doing it, but they're not doing it in the way of in the way that I see. It's not. I mean, I want to share it with other people who are interested in my journey. So yeah, I want to interact with more people. Maybe I learn from them. Maybe they learn from me. That togetherness is really nice, and I think this is how we grow. You meet like different artists, and you collaborate. You talk to them. You share the experiences and learn from each other. Oh, that would be when I quit my job back in 2016 again. This is when my life started. I mean, I was working for like 4 years in my last company, and then I felt like something was missing, and I would listen to music and then close my eyes and like imagine the open road, like the big road, the mountains and things like that, and then I would come back again and start working, and I wanted to quit my job, and this took me a lot of courage because there was a lot of fear. Si tabak to wai kai doni kai jani ga, dagi yumda kai hanani ai chahida tabak tawdraga and then plus I would lose friends. Like in a big city it's cruel. You don't have a job, you don't have friends, this kind of thing. So I was a bit scared of losing that comfort, and I lived in the city for many years. So I suppose you can say I was domesticated, and I was so used to my comfort, and I wanted to quit, so I quit, and I didn't know what to do, so I had a motorcycle, and I took that bike and rode all the way to J&K, to Kashmir. For the first time in many years, I slept in the night. I woke up to sound of like birds and sometimes like monkeys in my room. And I camp a lot because I have very limited money, so I don't have money to spend on hotels and like restaurants and things. So I would cook on the road, and I would do a lot of camping. I would sometimes sleep in the petrol pumps. I would speak to the guy who works in the petrol station, ask them like if I can sleep here for some time, because it's safe when you kind of sleep in the petrol station, that that there's security and there's cameras and things. So sometimes it gets scary what I do, and I don't tell my mom about this because bakit nagdo. So yeah, this brother of mine in Manali, I was like sometimes I get a bit arrogant, I think, because I've ridden some like intense roads, and you have this confidence, and I'm young, and I'm like not responsible for anyone else but myself, and like I love my the bike, and it's in a good condition, and I'm very confident. And I met this brother of mine in Manali. He's not really related, but he would treat me like his own little brother. So on the last night before I left Manali to Ladakh, he gave me this advice. Boynao, when you cross Rotang, and I interrupted him. So, bro, I've done it before. And he said, no. When you cross Rotang Pass or any other mountain pass, just say a little prayer. And I would try to like kind of fight him again. Like, listen, I don't believe. I'm not religious. You know, I don't believe in da da da. You know, I believe in myself. Things. I was cocky, and he said, no, no, no. Listen, he said, say a prayer for, you know, say a prayer. Be grateful and say, like, express your gratitude that the mountain let you pass. You know, and be grateful for having reached that point. And then when you're done with that, say a little prayer for those who were passing by or going home. Just ask the mountain spirit to let them go in peace, let them go like safely into their families. So this is, I think, the most humbling experience or like the most beautiful piece of advice that I got from this brother of mine from Manavi. Well, okay, first off, people ask me, is my hair real? And I say yes. And how long it takes? And I say, you know, 10 years, 11 years. And then they ask me other things like, you know, like how often do I wash it and things like this. But they don't ask me who I am. I'm just another human being, you know, who's trying to live well, and who's who lost ways and trying to find it again. This kind of things. Does that make sense? Just a boy who's trying to play again. I'm just a guy who loves like nature and family and friends and, you know, the good things, and nothing more, nothing less. You know, we're here so like for such a short period of time, and I just want to make the most of it, and I don't want to waste it doing something I don't love, you know, like a job that I hate for money. You know, that for what? Like, you know, I've done that, and now I just want to focus on the things that I love and people who are real, people who are there for me, and, you know, this kind of things. It's just a rush. It's adrenaline. It's something that, I don't know. It's like when you've done something scary, and fire scares me a lot, right? And or like, I think it's the same for everybody who's done any sort of performance art, like be it a musician who played the music, you know, a song, a guitarist who played something nice on stage, and like it's the same feeling like a fighter who just got out of a fight. Yeah, you know, I feel alive after a show. I feel good. I feel beautiful. So this is a feeling I can share.